way to the stadium. As you can see behind me, all of the fans are here today. They are excited. Guys, I'm here by myself today. I'm Rudy Paige. I'm former Springbok. We are here for an excellent time. My partner in crime is not here. I am alone. He's currently coaching at Boland Under 21. Here for a great time. Let's find some fans and see if we can have a great time together. Here we go. Exciting things. Hello, guys.
Hi.
Come closer, come closer. Guys, the rain has just started pouring down. How are we feeling?
I'm feeling great with the Bokke gears. Hoya, hoya, Bokke, hoya! And I just want to thank the Cayman people for letting us be part of this excitement.
And guys, quickly, the rain, will that deteriorate how we feel about the game?
No, that's part of the gears.
Never ever.
All the way, that's part of the gears.
Okay, guys.
Rain or shine, Bokke!
Gastos, go enjoy the game. We can say rain or shine, Bokke. Guys, next to me, this is very confusing. Okay, South Africa.
All Blacks!
Why are we shouting All Blacks, sir, first of all?
Because we are world number one, so...
Okay, very contestable, okay? I want to talk to you over here. I've got yellow. Why are we wearing the shirt and we in South Africa?
Diehard Wallaby supporter, Pensioen. He was the one.
Okay, and this past week, how's it been for you? Have you been bragging? Have you been in the comment section? Have you been talking loud and proud? Where have you been?
Everywhere. I've been wearing this shirt for the whole week. I've won the World Champs.
Okay. And do you believe the rankings that South Africa is number 3rd now is correct?
Yes, it is. And after today's game, they're going to be number 6 and Australia will be number 3.
Okay. Whenever before it's pouring down, we're going to make our way in now. Okay. Lastly, the All Blacks number 1 in the world. Is that accurate?
Yes, it's definitely accurate. That's what the rankings are saying at the moment. But obviously, it's going to, for me, I want to beat the Boks. So if we beat the Boks in New Zealand, then I'm definitely going to feel like we are the best team in the world.
And after today, will South Africa be back on top, or what's going to happen in this match?
New Zealand is winning against Argentina tonight, but I do think South Africa will obviously come out strong, but I won't mind the draw.
Okay. You're Aussie, you're All Black. Can you give me a haka to the camera? Because you say you're All Black supporter, I want to see a haka. Quickly, can we see?
No, I don't.
Okay, we got some fake All Black supporters out there at the DHL Stadium. And can you sing the national anthem of Australia?
Australians, oh let us rejoice, for we are young and free.
Thank you. You passed it. Well done. Come with me, guys. It is pouring. I want to make my way. People are scattering at the moment. Cape Town is making sure that they're not making it easy on us.
Road KZN.
KZN.
Midlands, yeah.
Midlands. Did you guys bring the rain to Cape Town?
Yeah. No, you needed some. It's so dry here.
Guys, today, DHL Stadium, excited.
Maar julle balle is mos nie glad hier.
I nooit nie.
Okay, 100%.
Uncle, quickly to the camera.
What's
I
the
want to
score,
know.
Rudy?
The score for me is going to be 32-27. I think it's going to be close, but to the box. Always Bokke.
Sure.
Lastly, Uncle,
Wat
SuperSport is running a dream team campaign.
Yes.
We're selecting the toughest team ever. Number 6 is up for grabs this week. We have Sia
Current
Kolisi.
players.
Current, old, over the past 30 years, I'm going to give you the options. Rassie Erasmus, Sia Kolisi, Francois Lou, Francois Pienaar, and we got Skalk Burger. Who's your pick and why?
Skalkie.
Skalk, you come.
Nee, daai man is net taaf.
That's it.
Ja, toe hy sy debuut gemaak het toe hy 20 jaar oud was, toe druk hy 3 in die eerste 5 minute.
En 2 van die spelers in die dream team, Sia 2 wêreldbekers, Francois Pienaar die eerste wêreldbeker. Hoekom nie hulle nie?
Ja, want daar's 'n verskil tussen 'n leier en 'n speler.
Skalk tot die einde.
Skalk tot die einde.
I say, man, gaan nie dit. Gaan nie dit. Come with me. I'm dripping with a bit of rain here, but I don't mind because Springbok fans want to watch their team get back to the game. Guys, can I stop you quickly? Can you guys come to me? Just quickly. Don't run away. Don't run away. Don't run away. Julle, it's been a tough week for Springbok fans. How has the week been? But are we excited for today?
Ek gaan Afrikaans praat, maar ons is baie opgewonde vir vandag. Ons het al die pad van Namibia gekom om te kyk hoe Suid-Afrika speel, so ons sien baie uit.
Okay, en jy meneer?
Nee, definitief ek stem saam met haar. Ek dink dit is 'n great dag. Ek dink, weet jy, hoop maar reën laat ons toe om 'n lekker game te sien.
En laastens, julle Sambiese hierso en hoe lekker is dit om te wees?
Baie lekker, maar nou weer lekker.
Maar weer.
Ja.
Okay. Guys, gaan geniet dit. It was the goddamn of God.
Come on, son!
There we go.
Come on,
Springboks on!
There we go. They got a lot to say. I'm making my way to see South Africans are pouring in. I've got a few fans over here that I want to talk to.
How's it, man?
Good, can't complain.
Nice to see you. Nice.
Lovely to see you.
Thank you so much.
Excited for the test?
Very excited to
Is it?
yes, sir.
And-
Very excited.
And for you as a Springbok fan, what is it like being at the Springboks, and what does this team mean to us as a country?
Like I said, it's history first and foremost. It's our boyches, yeah, definitely. And for South Africa, it's always a good thing to come and support, you know, the history of the game and where we came from as a country.
And today's special day, who are you here with? The Springboks obviously getting ready for a rematch.
Yeah.
Who did you come with?
I came here with my brother, his colleague, Hailey,
Yes.
husband, my girlfriend on that
Nice.
side. Shout out to Ahmad, Yana, Danny, Grant,
Okay.
and Evan, obviously.
So why is girlfriend not in the picture? Why did she run away? Can we ask her to come closer? Girlfriend, can we get you in the shot? There we go. Because it's a family affair, okay? This is love. We got the Springbok love. Guys, anything important that is happening today?
Yes, something very important,
What?
Rudy. I'll go down.
Guys, we are witnessing something special, okay? Not just rugby. He pulled out something quite unique, and I'm going to allow this to happen. I'm not going to interfere.
We've been through a lot, bro. You know what I want. You know what you want. You know that my heart is for you. And we're rooting this for you. And I want God to be the center of our relationship and going forward. Nicole, Sante, Fabio, will you marry me?
Beautiful scenes. Beautiful scenes. Excellent out here pre-match show. Love making also. Guys, quickly before you guys do the celebrations, how are you feeling?
Shocked and excited.
Is it? Meneer,
Yes, sir.
why proposing etiquette? Weren't you afraid that she would say no? What was it like?
Yeah, definitely there was some jitters though coming in. But I know her. She's been with me from the start. Watching the Springboks, Stormers, Weepy, you name it, we've been here together. So.
Guys, I'm not going to interrupt you guys. Have a fabulous day. They started off as girlfriend and boyfriend. Now they are fiancés. Everything happening at the Springbok test match. But there's a lot of fans outside of South Africa that's been telling us that we got a little bit arrogant as Springbok fans. What do you have to say about that?
I think the Wallabies took us by surprise last weekend, but I don't think they'll do it again.
Okay. And this past week, licking our wounds. Has it been a tough week as a Springbok supporter?
A little bit. I don't think anyone expected us to lose against the Wallabies, especially since we gifted them some nice tries, which we really shouldn't have done. But I think we've learned our lessons. I think Rassie knows what he's doing, knows what mistakes were made, and I don't think he'll make them again this week.
Okay, and I've heard a little birdie told me South Africans sing beautifully. Can I ask you guys to sing the zombie song of Rassie's in your head for the camera? Can I ask you? Are we ready?
Sure, only if they can join us.
Can I ask you guys to join us? We sing the Rassie song is in your head, okay? We are live on SuperSport, currently the World of Champions, and we're going to make sure that the rest of Africa can hear us. Are we ready? 3, 2, 1, and go.
In your head! In your head! Rassie! Rassie! Rassie!
I'll go there, guys. I love the energy. There's more where that is coming from. We are making our way. Follow me. I hope I'm not bumping. Everybody is making their way. The rain is pouring heavily at the moment. Hopefully it won't have an influence on the game. Hopefully the wind can blow the rain over. But I want to find some DHL Stadium. Wat is je gevoelens daaromtrent?
Wel, die nuwe goed is ons maar beter. Ja, nee. Ons mis vir. Ja, nee. Ons mis vir nuwe laat, maar ons groenpunt is 'n nuwe ene.
Beautiful. Julle, lekker daggie. Off I go. I'm getting called here again. Everybody's calling us for the pre-match show. Talk to me, Boykie. Lekker new.
Listen, I think it's going to be a close game today. First half, a lot of penalties. I think 21-16.
21-16. There we go. Yeah, guys, I have to ask you. SuperSport running Dream Team campaign. I want to get everyone's opinion on this one, okay? Number 6 this week up for grabs. We have Rassie. head coach of the Springbok, but as a player now. We got Skalk Burger, Sia Kulisi, Francois Lou, Francois Pinar. Who are we selecting and why are we making that selection?
Definitely Rassie.
Rassie?
Yes.
Why?
His younger days, he was the golden boy. So let's give it to him. Francois Pinar lifted the trophy, but I think Rassie should get it.
Dr. Rassie. Okay, they're going for Dr. Rassie. I'm making my way this way. Who's your selection?
Skalk Burger.
Why are we going for Scala?
Yeah, Scala was in my age when I was playing rugby at Oakdale.
Okay.
Yeah, so Scala is my number one choice. Huh?
Rassie. Rassie is a meneer.
Beautiful. We got Rassie, 2 going for Rassie for the dream team. Guys, 3 out of 4 going for Dr. Rassie at the DHL Stadium. Guys, but together as a family, hoe amazing is die?
Yes. Amazing. Oudtshoorn represent vandag, hè? Rassie was 'n paar weke terug al by ons, so ons kom support hom vandag.
Okay.
And you from Oudtshoorn as well?
Also, my parents stayed there for 21 years in Oudtshoorn, so happy to see every one of you. Hope you guys have a great day. Enjoy it. We go again. Guys, Oudtshoorn is in house. There's people from Bedasdorp. There was people earlier all the way from the Eastern Cape. I've got some fans over here. I'm going to surprise them. Let's see if they are ready. Guys, how are we doing? First of all, can I talk to you quickly? You good?
Yes.
Yes, I want to make sure that we're not too shy. We're currently live on SuperSport, on YouTube, Facebook, and on SuperSport Play. I saw Mom leaving the hot seat now. Are you excited for the game?
Yes.
And the tattoos on the face. Why the Springboks? Why do you love the team so much?
Because my DNA is South Africa.
DNA is RSA. I love it. With the family, who came with you to the game?
This is my brother, my
Yes.
sister, my mom. This is my dad. Wait, I
Where's
don't know.
Dad? Where's Dad? Dad, can you ask them to join us? Guys, can you join us, please? Can you join us, please? Can you come and join us? Yes, I'm gonna come. Come, we follow them. Guys, Springbok Rugby, what are we expecting today?
I think we're gonna win, hopefully, because we lost very hard last weekend.
Is it? We lost very hard. Guys, there is 15 players of the Springboks and the Wallabies on the field. Who's your favorite player today and who do you want to meet?
Andre Pollard.
Andre Pollard.
Okay. Hoekom wil ons Polly so graag meet?
Want hy's mooi.
Baie mooi.
Ja.
Okay, we got...
Hy skop baie mooi.
Okay. Well, Polly, they out you. They want to meet you because you are pretty, boykie. Okay. Excellent. I'm going to make my way this way. Come follow me, guys. As we see more fans. I've got some guys here. With me, boykies. Netiso. Okay. Where are we from?
Katu, Northern Cape.
Northern Cape?
Yes.
Alma, everyone? But boys, when did we get to Cape Town?
Yesterday. Last night, actually.
Last night?
Yeah.
And why did we make the trip from Katu all the way to Cape Town to watch the game? And what's going to happen today, man? Wat gaan gebeur?
Ons draf hulle op. Ons draf hulle kaf. Jong, hy skoor van laas week. Hulle het 'n fout gemaak. Hulle kak hard.
Okay, we're going to bleep that one out. Beautiful. I love it when Springbok fans are so passionate. Gents, players, wie wil ons sien? Hoe excited?
Chelsea Pollard, Shasha, yeah.
Am I correct when I say Cheslin Colby, best rugby player in the world?
Correct. You are correct. In the world.
Not the pony.
And I've also heard something via the grapevine that people in Katu can step like Cheslin Colby. Wie van ons kan step soos Colby? Okay? Can we get some space? Make some space. I want to see a Colby step. One more. Okay, brilliant. I'm making my way this way. How are we doing, guys? You good? Ready for the game?
You better am.
Bet I am. He said he bet I am.
I'm going to be in the game.
Well, sir, but you look like you could physically play for the Springboks.
Maybe on the bomb squad.
Bomb squad position for you then?
Ooh, I just want to be a forward. I just want to get in there and tackle Oaks. That's all, bro. Any forward position.
And at what time has Rassie put you into the game?
60. I'd say 60 is a good time. Give me 20 minutes and I'll sort something out, bro. If we're down, 20 minutes is all I need.
do you believe the Springboks will be behind in this game at some point in time, or what do you think is going to happen in this game today?
Well, the team is quite different to last week's team, obviously. A lot of injuries and stuff, but I think the team's going to have a bit between their teeth and they're going to be coming back for revenge. So I think the Springboks will be up, but Australia is obviously here. They want to get something as well, so it's going to be a tough game.
I don't know how you feel, but it was quite strange for me to see in one weekend the Springboks go from 1 in the world to number 3 in the world. What is your feelings regarding that all of a sudden we are number 3? And do you believe we're number 3 or still the best team in the world?
We are the best team in the world. We're the world champions. So the only team I would be worried about is the All Blacks who go to New Zealand. But other than that, I think we'll be all right. I think we've got something to prove now.
And lastly, the cameras over there. Maybe the Springboks are watching this right now. What would your message be in 1 minute to the team if they are currently watching it?
Fatom Fluffy. That's it.
Okay, Fatom Fluffy. We're moving away. I'm gonna talk to you guys now. I absolutely love it. We come along, we move, we see if we can find more Springbok fans. I've got them, they're running away. I've got them. How are we doing?
I'm very good, and yourself?
I can't complain, sir. Why is everybody next to you running away?
I don't know. Maybe they're afraid of the weather. I'm not sure, or the wallabies that's coming, but I'm not afraid.
Do we believe there's any wallabies coming for the Springboks today?
I'm afraid not. There's no wallabies coming. We are ready.
Are we ready?
Yes.
But can I ask you to take it off? I want to see a beautiful Springbok jersey. We're going to show support today for our Springbok team, and I'm making sure we're getting ready.
Oh yes. Today we are winning. We are winning today.
Today we are winning.
We are winning.
Together at Springbok matches, I see friends with you.
Yes.
How amazing is it?
As I'm trying to use very big words, it's aesthetic vibes. Very big words today. It's aesthetic vibes today.
Oh, I love it.
That's amazing. It's movacious.
It's movacious, aesthetic. He's using big words today for Springbok rugby. I want another last one. SuperSport is running a special campaign.
Okay.
Do you know about it, first of all, the Dream Team?
No, I don't know.
You don't know, but that's why I'm here, to educate, okay? So there is the Dream Team, 30 years since Francois Pienaar the first time lifted the World Cup trophy, okay? But now this week is the number 6 that's up for grabs. So you must make a pick between these next 5 players.
Okay.
I've got Siamtanda Kolisi. Okay, hold that one. I've got Francois Pienaar. Hold that one so long. I've got Francois Louw. Hold that one. I've got Dr. Rassie Erasmus.
Yes.
Hold that one. Okay.
Yes.
Who are we going for in this selection?
Dr. Rassie Erasmus.
And why?
I'm afraid he's the greatest thing that's happened to South African rugby.
Okay.
Yes. And because of him, we are taking the next World Cup too.
Okay. And lastly, before I leave you guys, quickly sing It's in Your Head to camera. I want to see if you can do it.
It's in your head, in your head, Rassie, 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 Brilliant.
Brilliant. Enjoy your big words and have a brilliant day. I'm going to move on. I'm going to move here.
It's my birthday.
Okay. Happy birthday. How old are you?
8.
8. And what do you want for your birthday?
A rugby top.
A rugby top. From who? From mommy or from the players?
From the players.
And which number would you want?
Cheslin Colby's number.
Okay. Say Cheslin, hello. I love you.
Cheslin, hello. I love you.
Thank you, Chessie. There's more rugby jerseys up for grabs. I'm going to ask you guys to wait quickly. I found someone special. It's also his birthday today. Cooksy.
Hello, Rudy.
How are you?
Not too bad, thank you. Feeling old?
Birthday, do you mind if I ask you what is the number to this birthday today?
It's my 11th, 21st birthday.
Okay, beautiful.
It's my 11th one.
And has it been a special day, Boyki?
No, it's been a special day, but there's a job to do.
Okay.
So my birthday now is all reliant on what happens for 80 minutes when the Bokke starts at 5.
So your emotion, your happiness is reliant on the Springbok team?
It's reliant on the Springbok team. I got 1 weekend off. Now I'm here stressing with the Springboks.
And do you believe they're going to give you a fantastic gift? Do you believe our boys will be on fire later?
Yeah, I think they're going to be on fire. I mean, in Cape Town, the guys are going to perform. I mean, when they come to the stadium, it'll be very good. Yes. And I'm excited to watch that as a fan. Just like you see, you working hard. So I think now, and it's my birthday. The Boks can't lose on my birthday.
No.
They cannot.
They cannot.
They cannot.
Cooksy, I don't know if you do it, but I was in the comment section a bit this week. I was spying, I was seeing what everybody is saying. There was a lot of stuff about us being arrogant, and we came down to earth. And the Springboks not number one in the world anymore. What's your take on that?
I don't think that's the case. I think Australia was very good last week. I don't think we are arrogant. I mean, we are world champions. We're giving hope, stronger together. We can't say stronger together then be arrogant. It doesn't work that way.
Okay.
Rudy, have you voted for the dream team? Who's the number 6? Have you voted?
Cooksy, I have voted. And my selection, guys, this week is going for Siamtanda Kulisi. Okay, I'm going to give you my reasons. I'm going to give you my reasons. 2 World Cups, okay, been to 3. I believe as a child, he has been the most outstanding player throughout his age groups. He goes unnoticed sometimes. And I want to give him another thumbs up. 2 World Cups, not good enough. I'm going to give him a dream team selection also. See how it goes for me.
I love it. I went Skulk.
Okay.
But the guys must vote. Still got a chance to vote. Make sure they vote for the dream team. It's a massive stack. Rassie, Skulk. I mean, like, it's a lot.
Cooks, I know you're not working today. You're off. It's your birthday. Quickly give them the details where they can vote.
SuperSport Rugby, Bok Dream Team. That's where you guys make your vote for the dream team. It's number 6. It's probably the most stacked position we have at the moment.
Cooksy, go enjoy your birthday. Brilliant. Nice to see you. Guys, if you see Cooks out there, wish him happy birthday. Give him a hug. Buy him something. He's out here at the DHL Stadium having a great time.
Yes, Paige.
Gaan dit, manne? Ons moet vanaf praat. Ons moet gou. Then I've got to go. They don't want to talk, boys. I got to go.
Hallo Rudy.
Hoekom wil jy maar nie praat nie?
Ek moet net die wors uit my mond uithaal.
Dis fyn. Hoe lekker is dit om hier te wees?
So lekker. Ons het nat gereën, maar ons is hier. Dis my eerste bokgame. Ons is reg.
En wat is die verwagtinge? Wat dink jy gaan gebeur?
Bokke ten minste. Hulle moet ten minste vir ons 20 punte gee vanaand.
Gaan dit gebeur?
Ek hoop so dit reën, so kom ons kyk wat gebeur.
Wel, julle moet 'n lekker dag hê. Ek gaan aanbeweeg en geniet hom. She's got Boks by 20. Everybody having a great time. We're having a nice day.
We are a group from Saldanha Bay in the West Coast, so we are here to as a team building to support the Boks.
Okay.
That is our group here this side, so we hope we can have a nice time here today. So.
And do we believe it will be a good day for us?
Definitely. I mean, there's no way that we can lose 2 times in a row. I mean, there's no way. So we will kick them. They will feel it.
They will feel it. This week has it been tough being a Springbok fan. There's been a lot said on social media. How have you handled it as a Springbok fan? Were there any fights at work? Were there any disagreements in the family? What has happened?
It was quite a depressing week for us. Monday, we felt it. It's like a big disappointment. But as a team, we picked ourselves up, and we know we're gonna take it this week. So, but here's my team here from Saldanha, from AR Jones Engineering.
Okay, nice. How are we doing?
Fine, yeah.
She's my wife, and we also have our anniversary, 11th year anniversary as well.
We got birthdays here. We had a proposal today. We have an anniversary at Springbok Rugby. I want one more question for you guys, and I'm going to ask it to you, wifey. Springbok Rugby, what does it mean to you, and what do you think it means for South Africa?
One nation, one Bok.
One nation, one Bok. Saldanha Bay. Have a brilliant time. Off you go. Yes. Come closer, ladies.
Yes.
Your birthday?
Tomorrow and Monday, 24th, 25th.
Okay, so I've got birthday celebrations here also. Ladies, rugby match.
Yes.
How do you guys enjoy it?
It's immense. It's always a pleasure to come to the stadium, watch the Boks live in action, and hopefully we'll turn around from last weekend's game and just whip them. We're here to see a big one.
And your support, how do you support the Springbok team? Is there any shouting, chanting that's going to be happening later today?
Oh, yes.
Really?
Yes. Yep. Definitely. It's going to be shouting so loud. They better win.
Okay, they better win. The auntie said so. Lastly, is there a particular player that you guys love and like?
Cheers all the way. All the way.
And for you?
All of them.
Well, I hope you guys have a brilliant birthday tomorrow and Monday. Yes, and thank you for speaking to me. Let's go Bokke, eh?
Go Bokke!
Absolutely love it. Guys, it's almost, for me, time to say goodbye out here at the DHL Stadium. The rain has come, the rain has gone. but Springbok fans are making their way to their seats. They are ready for the team to get back to winning ways, to get back to number 1 in the world. It is exciting things. I'm going to say goodbye to you. I'm going to throw it over to Mochi and the team on your World of Champions. Make sure you tune in to 211, 201 to catch the full build-up and also the match, okay? From me, Rudy Paige, I'm out of here. I'm going to make my way to the seats and enjoy another Springbok game. And hopefully today we'll be victorious. See you.
I love trying to go faster. I love the tech behind our racing.
Brought to you by Toyota. Lead the way.
Here's to the ones who have changed the game, to the character, the courage, the fight, to those who stood up to reshape the course of history.
Serena proves once again she is the truest of champions. Osaka wins her second. Coco Gauff, you just won the U.S. Open.
Celebrating 75 years of breaking barriers at the U.S. Open. Follow more phenomenal history unfolding at Flushing Meadows. Only on your World of Champions. Coverage of the U.S. Open is proudly brought to you by M&G Investments. Intelligence Connected.
From schoolyard dreams to world-class arenas, we rose, we ruled, we inspired.
DStv School Netball Challenge supports a lot of girls' dreams in netball.
Fall in love with netball.
DStv Netball. I've gained more skills and opportunities.
I'll do as much as I can to show everyone that netball is the sport to be supported. It is the sport to become professional in our country.
This Women's Month, we honor the stories written in sweat, strength and sisterhood. # winning in her words. A celebration of the DStv Schools Netball Challenge. Only on SuperSport. Here for her.
Last weekend.
It's a spectacular start.
The first 20 minutes we flourished.
That is just relentless from Siyakolisi Springboks.
And then we were so expansive that we left players isolated, and I think that's something we can fix.
That is simply sensational.
That's 33 unanswered points by the Wallabies.
It was humbling.
And the South African supporters cannot believe it. They cannot believe it.
Yeah, we let ourselves down a lot, and we have to take that on the chin. It's unacceptable the way we performed.
We put ourselves in a position, and the Wallabies put us in a position that we bottom of the lock.
There are hands on hips, heads in hands for the Springboks.
It's not a wake-up call. It's embarrassment. Just the way we performed. All of us are very disappointed.
It's a stunned Springbok team.
Bodies are bruised and spirits tested. But setbacks don't last forever.
I think all the necessary critical things people say about us currently should be like that, and it's time for us to react on that.
What really matters is what comes next.
They have to go again in Cape Town in a week's time.
The boys are hurting, and it's never nice to lose. So now we look forward to this weekend. Hopefully Cape Town crowd gets behind us and we put up a good performance for them.
It's not the end of an era or a changing of the guard. This is simply fuel. This is the chance for the Boks to prove that one bad day does not define them. And today, the fire burns hotter and brighter.
Welcome to a very cold Cape Town. And thank you so much for joining us for round 2 of the Rugby Championship 2025. We're looking forward to this one. And just how well poised is it? The visitors, Australia, have come in here and absolutely turned the tables around, didn't they? What a performance they put out at Ellis Park. 38 unanswered points. That's how many they put on the board, putting South Africa to the sword. Cool, calm and collected hands. That's what George Gregan has told us about this group. group coming into this game, and a return for Rob Valentini as well. We saw what he did against the Lions. What will he be able to bring for the Wallabies here against the Springboks, who are under the pump? Can you believe it? Just 2 games into the Rugby Championship, and there's all sorts of daggers out for the world champions. But they are a team that know how to play when their backs are up against the wall. A lot of changes that have been made to Rassie Erasmus' side. Does that interrupt the cohesion, interrupt the team? Well, we'll have to wait and see how it all unfolds. Looking forward to this one. An opportunity, of course, for South Africa to respond in kind. A very good afternoon to you. Thank you for joining us here on your World of Champions. It's a pleasure to be in your company as we bring you this blockbuster. Would love to hear your thoughts as well. Hashtag SS Rugby. Any questions or comments that you have for our world-class panel today, joined by a bunch of World Cup winners in Stephen Kitzel, 2-time winner with the 2019 and 2023 team. George Gregan also joins us, Wallaby legend, and he's been smiling all week. I don't know, too much happiness, too much joy from down under. And of course, Skalkberger, also Rugby World Cup winner back in 2007. And I think we should start with you, Gigi. I mean, have you been able to calm it down a little bit after last week?
I have calmed it down a little bit. You got to turn the page pretty quickly as a player, but also in my role here. I know what's going to come today. It's going to be a revitalised Springbok performance. They don't like to lose 2 in a row, and they don't like to lose 1 at home. So their response is going to be rapid, it's going to be physical, and it's going to be, I think, in a controlled, violent way. So the Wallabies are going to need to respond and move forward. So it's going to be an epic test match again here in Cape Town.
What a start it's been for Rugby Championship 25. Also a victory for the All Blacks against Argentina at the weekend. We'll look at the results in just a moment. Want to speak to you, Stephen, about a week like this where you come from a loss. How do you handle that as a player? What is going through your mind?
Yeah, the boys would truly be hurting, and I think it would have been hard words in the changing room after the game. I think Monday morning would have been a tough session. But the guys would have taken those first 20 minutes as a positive, see where they could have improved, and then definitely trying to stick to a plan or some sort of a plan on the back 60 to see if they can close out a good lead. And if that happens again, the guys will definitely learn from that experience from last weekend.
Yeah. Scala, you've spoken about the standards and letting the standards slip a bit. Talk a little bit more about that. What did you see?
We're adding new standards, and that's what you measure yourself about. And people often ask, how do the Boks bounce back? I can't set them at ease, because I think today the Boks will go trench warfare. Ball's going to be in the air. The only real area of dominance last week was the kicking game. Tom Wright, Jorgensen, Peach not there. Toole gets a start. Georgia will talk about him a little bit later. That's what we've got to go do. Something mechanical, bit by bit. I don't think I've seen the Springboks side in the second half especially capitulate by having so many negative outcomes. You'll have a good carry, you have a bad clean. Poor line-out, execution, and on top of that you concede a penalty at the breakdown right off the back of it. I don't think that's going to be the case today. But what today will do is players that was largely anonymous last week, Taniela Tupou, Will Skelton, you add into the mix Valentini. This field looks like a little bit like rolled mud, and we'll talk to Stephen about scrumming on this. The rucks are going to be slow, and that's where you see the likes of Will Skelton, body shapes disrupting not only breakdowns, but also when they've got ball in hand, get gain line.
Yeah, we're looking forward to this one. What a competition it's already been. As mentioned earlier, the All Blacks getting a victory over Argentina as well. They're sitting pretty at the top of the table, and these were the results from last week. A 41-24 victory that is in Argentina, and it just seemed like a vintage All Black performance.
No, it did. I think you can never throw New Zealand away. I think they rock up, they play away from home, and they put up a 5-point performance and solid top of the log. So this is such a big game again for South Africa, is to try and claw their way back up onto this log, try and put themselves in a position, going on tour in a couple of weeks, playing in New Zealand, and hopefully getting a win or two that side, just to keep their hopes alive in this Rugby Championship.
How tough is it playing in New Zealand against the All Blacks?
Yeah, the New Zealand All Blacks playing there in any venue that's a challenge for any sporting nation. I know the Springboks in South Africa really rise to that challenge, and I think there's a bit of history for anyone to chase No one's beaten them at Eden Park since 1994. The try from the end of the world by the French was incredible. I remember watching that. But nothing's happened. They've got close, some teams, but haven't been able to disrupt. And I know that'll be a big marker for this Springbok team. But before they do that, they want to take care of business today.
Yeah, it's all about today. Today is the big match for the Springboks. They don't want to go back-to-back losses. The last time they did was back in 2022. But fans across the country looking forward to this one. Let's head over and speak to Lemi, who is at Sakumzi, Soweto, to see if the fans have come out in their numbers to enjoy a little bit of rugby this afternoon.
Thank you, guys. Thanks, Mods. Yes, indeed, the fans have come out in their numbers, and I'll show you in a second. But I want to brag for a few seconds here. I want to show you guys that we're out in Vilakazi Street at the legendary Sakumzi restaurant. If you don't know what Vilakazi Street is, it hosts the 2 Nobel Peace Prize winners in South Africa. As you can see, the vibes are absolutely amazing at this SuperSport partner venue, and we've got Castle Lager who've joined in on the...
There's going to be an absolute party watching the Springboks up against Australia today. Well, as we did last week, we're walking down memory lane. We're trying to remember the good times between South Africa and Australia here in Mzansi. And for George Gregan, a very special match, the opener of the 1995 Rugby World Cup and your debut World Cup.
That was it. That was a long time ago. I think I was rocking the flat top back in the day, wearing the long sleeves. I'm not sure why. But no, it was an epic test match. It all started pretty well for us. Everything seemed pretty good. You know, it felt like a normal test match. Running back row moves. Here we go. We're back in the middle. We're rolling forward. And then something happened just before half-time, which I'm sure we're going to get to. But this was an epic test match, and my first experience, and actually my first test loss, playing at the infamous Newlands Stadium. And when that crowd got behind, it's like when the crowd's going to get behind the box here, you'll see here that there's a bit of scrummaging time. We started well. I'm going over the top here. Noddy, I think, scores a try here, just showing and going and using his footwork. Boom. Michael Liner, uncharacteristically hanging onto the ball, using his feet over, and we're going, thank you, Noddy. It's a great start. This is what we planned. The crowd isn't in the game. It's a bit quiet. The 16th man's not there. The Newlands 16th man, which when it emerged, well, it well and truly emerged, because Peter Hendricks scored just before half-time, and it was a different day at the office.
Different day indeed. 2014, I think, was the last time you played the Wallabies at Newlands Stadium. You came off the bench for Opa Mohaje in that game.
Came off the bench. We were chasing them down a little bit. They had a great start to it, and then we sort of came alive. I wouldn't say I was known for being part of the bomb squad, but maybe that was the start of it. Stephen's got a beer named Bomb Squad. Obviously, I'm a good client, a good consumer of the golden liquid. I love it more than anything else. I was there in 95, sitting on the railway stand, getting baked by the winter sun. Peter Hendricks around questionable celebration around Campo.
No, the good times, the good times. What do you miss most about Newlands?
Yeah, I think it's probably, as they said, that crowd, that supporting, that the noise. Newlands just had something special around it, and as Scala said, sometimes when that winter sun baked there onto the railway, it's somehow just got the guys, the energy up, and it became louder and louder. So, no, Newlands was a special place, but today we at the DHL Stadium, which is going to be one epic of a game, and it's just such a beautiful arena of rugby.
Oh, beautiful arena indeed. If you've ever come out here for the Sevens, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. Well, let's go back to our partner venue with Ricky. They're standing by with other fans that are looking forward to today's game. Also, a whole lot of schoolboy rugby that happened today. Who were the big winners?
Tough week for us as South Africans, but what better way than some comfort food here at the Golden Spur here in Rondebosch. And Mats, you asked a question, biggest schoolboy derbies happening here in the southern suburbs. A man that just got off the field, deputy head boy, also captain of Sax. Sango, what happened?
Yeah, so we've just come from a big derby, Bishops, in a 18-all draw. Not the result we wanted, but we're still really excited for next week against Wynberg, last Southern Suburb derby for us.
Now, from the Southern Suburbs derby to the Southern Hemisphere derby, where does the Boks, where do they need to be better today?
So last week, where we really let ourselves down was conceding a lot of turnovers at the set piece. So I think if we really stick to our guns and tighten up there, we'll be good.
I love it. Score prediction, what do you think the score is going to be?
Our Boks coming in with a lot of vengeance, so I say 32-18 to the Boks.
32-18 win, unity here as a family. 32-18, the Boks taking the wing as this Golden Spur, the vibes, the energy picking up. Oh, you gotta love it.
Oh, they're loving it indeed. What we're also running is, of course, our Dream King competition. Every single Springbok test match week, we'll be looking for a brand new player to add onto that list. We've already got our tight 5, and now we're getting into the loose forwards, and those are your nominees. We've got Francois Pina, we've got Francois Lowe, Captain Sia Kolisi, Coach Rassie Erasmus, and our very own Skalkberger. What a menace he was. And this is what you can do. You can also stand a chance to win an exclusive Springbok hamper. Just head over to supersport.com. Make sure that you get those votes in. Skalk, it's a lot of pressure to be like you, eh?
I'm not too sure. I mean, yesterday George felt a lot of pressure. I did my deed for South Africa. Okay? His first loss came on the golf course. I wiped the smile out of him. We've got this little ritual that you do a little dog bowl if you lose 7 and 6. I'm not saying too much what's happening here. I'm running with the ball back in. Where we near 2007, Georgie?
This is it. This is the match. You got us. This was a joke, this game. It was an awesome game.
This was an incredible game. I think the Boks sort of bossed the ball, but we were chasing the scoreboard the entire day. It's the best known for the 2 drop goals from Frans Steyn as a 21-year-old.
Keep your pants
on,
The one
is just ridiculous from the 10-yard where he does a little pirouette.
Brilliant.
I mean, if I have to run around like that now, there's big trouble. I mean, I will dislocate body parts left, right, and center. I think you need 24 egg lifters to pick up the pieces I've left behind. But it's lovely when you get stuck in it. That's what the thing is about this game. You get energy about it. You get up for it. You look yourself on a Monday and you're like, why do we do this? And you front up. Maybe not for me in training, but that next Saturday I fronted up and I wanted to take the ball over the game line again.
Absolutely brilliant. 86 test caps for the Springboks. Does Skalkberger have? 1 of 5 nominees for our dream team at Open Side. So make sure that you do drop those nominations. Man, great to see some of those pictures as well. Also, the Coca-Cola competition where you can be a Bok and win some fabulous prizes, including a Be a Bok experience. You can come to the live games as well. So make sure that you get your cans or your bottles, scan the QR code and send it through to their WhatsApp line. And who knows, maybe you too could be a winner. Well, we're looking forward to it. What a game it is going to be later on. We'll be looking at it. We'll have that and more coming up.
Ja, baie beslis. Ek dink met die kwaliteit waaroor ons beskik as die wêreldkampioen, as dit baie beslis gaan ons terug bounce. Ja, bokke bo.
Yes. 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 Come on, bounce back from last week's loss.
Definitely.
I hope so.
Yeah, at the DHL Stadium. Come on, Bokke! Let's go!
Thank you for believing in each other.
Thank you for putting all your hard work.
Thank you for never giving up.
Thank you for bringing the game to more people.
Thank you.
Branas very manas. Karoo Martini, Pretoria Pinotage, chasing the sun. Rice, weekend special. Klipney Houston, Tall Dog, and Handsome. Braschois van Coke. A Clipflix original? A Clipflix original. Met Asia! Met Asia! But of course, Easterman.
This one is far. Can he deliver? It's looking good.
And it's a beauty!
Postnet delivers, no matter what.
Good evening and welcome to the
La Liga EA Sports.
Season is a big one. Morani's with Iñaki, the far side, the highest quality. That's enough. And we'll have our third penalty of the day. La Liga's top marksman.
Watch La Liga live on SuperSport, the world's best football. It's on.
This broadcast is proudly brought to you by SportyBet. Play with champions.
At just 22 years of age, John Smith makes his debut.
I was nervous about, could I do this?
Huge pressure on his young shoulders.
We're not going to get to the top without having a drive and a passion.
Great servant of the game for South Africa. 100
is a lot.
It takes a lot to get from 1 to 100. Invest with the manager that turned 1 million into 100 million.
In South Africa, we know what it means to work for something greater.
To show up, even when no one is watching.
To start from the ground up.
We believe in second chances.
In the magic of first deliveries and first tries.
That's what the Springboks do.
And that's what we do. They inspire our nation.
And we cheer them on every chance we get.
Pick and Pay, proud retail partner of the Springboks.
Won't be long right now before the second test between South Africa and Australia here at the DHL Stadium on a pristine day in Cape Town. A little bit of a breeze at the moment, and it might just swirl in the stadium as well, but no matter, that's not going to be on the players' minds. It's all about redemption for South Africa and for Australia, looking forward to maybe just making it back-to-back wins against the world champions. So that's going to be a big one. Both teams really needing to dig deep if they want to make any history here in Cape Town. Joined by one of our faves here in South African sports. South African rugby loves him too. None other than former Proteas captain Graham Smith. Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us. I mean, you know Australia well. You're looking at Greece, giving him the wink there, but I know the rivalry continues. What has been your rivalry story with Australia over the years?
Oh, well, it's too many, actually. A lot of pain early on in my career, but we managed to fight back and have some good moments against Australia. It's my best time to run into an Australian is when you've actually just beaten them. So, World Test Championship final. Now the boys have got an ODI victory over in Australia, and hopefully rugby today.
Gigi, it's got to be hard seeing this man on a day like this. Yeah?
It's a hard one, but that's how we roll. South Africans and Aussies. When you're on top, you stay on top, but you're humble. You know they're going to come at you the next time, and that was definitely the case. I actually had a day at Lord's for that World Test Championship, and it was amazing. And it felt like I was in South Africa, to be honest. There's goblins everywhere in London.
Yeah, they're everywhere. Scala, I mean, we won the second ODI. We taken an unassailable 2-0 lead in that one-day international series. You must be a happy man.
Yeah, we just got to go to the north. We've got to Darwin, Cairns, Mackay, somewhere the ball turns. Keshav Maras has come alive. Biffy, fullback today. Would you handle it or would you not handle it in this little swirling breeze?
Boy, the field looks a bit softer. I don't know if my weight category would have gone around the field as well as some of these boys. But, you realise when you get on this field how big you boys are. And I'm not a small man, but yeah, I'm glad I chose cricket.
Yeah, what should the mindset of the South African team be going into the second test?
Oh, look, I mean, I think, when you've had a loss like they've had, but they've got so many good things to fall back on, so many, sort of months and months of playing well and performing well, and they have a method that really has been hugely successful, one of the most successful sporting teams in history, really. So, but they would have hurt, and today's a big day, and big day comes with big pressure, so how they perform after a loss like that is going to be important to watch.
I don't want to let you go without talking a little bit about the Betway SA20 Season 4 coming up a little bit earlier in December. You're catching us while we're still on holiday, while we're on vacation. What can we look forward to in the auction coming up?
Yeah, look, I mean, I think for us, cricket is, summer sport, and we can't wait to get to summer and have our ice creams and enjoy the day out at the cricket. I think, the fans have really got behind the tournament. It's been incredible to see cricket revive, and you look at the team performing well. A lot of those players now, the last 3 years, have really performed well and now doing well for the national team. 131 million rand at the auction coming up in 2 weeks' time, and 84 players. We just closed the auction list yesterday, over 700 players in the auction, so international and local. So very excited for what's to come this year at Betway SA20.
Yeah, starting on the 26th of December here in South Africa. So make sure that you come out in your numbers and you support your favorite franchise. But back to the rugby now. This is the man that really masterminded a great comeback for Australia last week at Ellis Park. Let's hear from the Australian head coach, Joe Schmidt.
Joe Schmidt, several changes to your team for this weekend?
Yeah, injury enforced mostly. We lost Alan Peach obviously with a jaw injury. Came off second best against his shoulder. And Harry Wilson unfortunately pulled up with that knee, and James Slipper got a knock. So 3 new guys in, but 3 guys we've got a lot of confidence in, and it's an exciting opportunity for them.
Historic moment last week. How do you back it up today?
I don't think you try to back up, you try to go forward again, and we've got to be better than we were last week. We were very much bullied in that first 20 minutes. We lost the aerial battle, we lost the battle on the ground, and we lost a battle on the edges. So we've got to be better on all those departments, and then on the back of that, we've got to try to construct a little bit more play. At the same time, the weather conditions are really testing out there. We've got sunshine at the moment, but we've had very heavy rain as well, so I think that the track's going to be fairly damp, it's going to be fairly slippery, and you probably don't want to overplay in these conditions.
All those areas are all very fixable within a week. What do you say the key aspect is for you guys to get the result?
Yeah, I'd love to say they're fixable. We've certainly worked hard on trying to fix them, but crucial to get the result. I think in conditions like these, we're going to have a really strong base, which is our set piece. And then I think we're just going to have to make sure that we are very connected when we're defending. The power and pace that the Springbok have, you've got to be able to shut that down. And then, if we get the chance to play, I think we showed that we can get a little bit of space, Harry going through the middle or Max Jorgensen getting on the edge. So just mixing up our play to make sure that we keep the pressure on the Springbok.
Good luck out there.
We'll always need some luck.
Just a confirmation of how the team will be lining up in the front row. Tom Robertson starting ahead of the injured James Slipper with Billy Pollard and Taniela Tupou. And that engine room, Will Skelton and Nick Frost, just how good were they last week, not only in getting their own ball, but stealing South Africa's as well. A return for Rob Ballatini in the number 8 jumper with Captain Fraser McWright and Tom Hooper. Great pack this.
Yeah, it's an awesome pack. Today you'll see more of Will Skelton, you'll see me of Tom Robertson's coming in. For instance, James Slipper. Backline was good except under the high ball, George. The kicking game is going to be imperative today. You heard Joe Smith talking about the track, talking about this field being damp. If you don't like the weather currently, wait 5 minutes, you'll get something to suit your taste, because there's storms running over the stadium. At the moment, we've got lovely sunshine. As we mentioned, when the field's wet, you can't overplay, George.
No, you can't overplay, and I think he made some really good points about the learnings and things they need to get better. The aerial contest, making sure that they defend well through the middle and on the edge, because they didn't do that in the first 20 minutes last week. And as much as we've spoken about how great the Springboks were, that's an area that needed to be rectified. They hung in the fight, and that was a positive, but they want to start better, because you just don't want to be giving quality teams like the Springboks 10, 15, 20 points in the first quarter of a match.
What would be a fast start for them here, George? What would they have to do?
A fast start from the Wallabies would be actually diffusing that high ball. There's going to be a lot of kicking, so it's going to be a lot of pressure on the back three and the people in that backfield to catch those balls and then retain it, and then play in the right parts of the field, and maybe put a pressure in the aerial contest themselves and get the kick chase right, and then accumulate some points. But more importantly, a fast start mightn't be a lot of points. It might be playing in the right part of the field, which is super important in Test rugby, and just making sure that they're creating some pressure and creating some uncertainty throughout that Springbok team.
Yeah. Scala, why are they so good at the breakdown?
Yeah, I think it's a bit of both. I think the box, since we made this couple of passes per ruck, it's a little bit harder, and so much relies on your first arrival player making good decisions. And we saw in the first 20 how accurate the box was. He had no looking, Fraser McWright. First turner came in the 22nd minute, and then he was on it. And then there was little soft edges, whether it was a ball carrier landing the wrong way inside, the inside cleaner being a little bit late. So you've got to put bodies around the ball to allow Fraser McWright to get in there. He was the chief destroyer. So I think it's a bit of both. He works hard, he runs, made 20 tackles, didn't miss a single one. The guy who really stood out for me last week was O'Connor, and he put our Bok defence on a lot of pressure. The ball over the top to Jorgensen was spectacular. You know, the little try assist through Ikata with penalty advantage, taking it to the line. First time we went to the line, getting the little offload out of a double tackle, exceptional. But also through his boot, a couple of times unlucky in the half field, nearly got 50-22s. Ball bounces left in the first half. Second half, he did get one. So You know, if you've got him marshalling the troops and you've got everyone in between that running around, getting the ball in hand, just fighting for everything. The Boks know they're in for a fight today. Last week was their shot to run away with the test match. Started, lost composure, lost the way they wanted to play, and then the breakdown has been their Achilles heel. So I think Boks tighten up today. We go more to one pass ruts, getting more numbers around it. Obviously turnover ball. If they can't handle the kicking game, we'll still play off the back of those mistakes.
Yeah, so much to look into, so much so that we brought in two of our favorites, Brayton Polster and Victor Matfield. They're also sidelined here at this game. Good afternoon, gentlemen. Some of the analysis that you picked up from that first test match.
Now, thanks, Motsi. I tell you what, George Grigan, it seems like he hasn't been stopped smiling the whole week, but rightly so. But Vic, it has been a doom and gloom day if you're a Springbok fan.
Yeah, it was a sad day for us. I think we started off really well in that first 15-20 minutes. Then we lost momentum in the game. We didn't know how to get it back. And the Aussies showed us they don't make a lot of mistakes. They almost play like we did in 2019. Very conservative, but they're accurate in everything they do. And then they've got a lot of speed in that back three as well.
Well, all of us are waiting for a response from the Boks, but let's get tactical and dive into what Australia and the Wallabies did so well last week. And I tell you what, Vic, we don't have to look far because this Jorgensen try was one try that almost sort of caught the Boks unaware. And we'll explain to the viewers at home now what actually happened here. And this was almost like so uncharacteristic of the Boks. We're gonna play and once I stop it, I want to just draw a few lines because ultimately, if you look at our defense, Victor, very, very narrow from the Boks, and you haven't seen this in the last couple of years.
Yeah, if you look at that, we're 7 versus 4. So that should be easy defense. If each guy goes about 2-3 meters wider, we're man on man, we can go catch them behind the advantage line. Even before that, to give them that momentum, that's not part of our defense. But yeah, we're too narrow, we shoot up. Not a good decision by Kirtley as well, and unfortunately.
And that's the danger man, Max Jorgensen. We did warn the public last week about Max Jorgensen. He's got a set of wheels that are really, really rare to see these days. And look at the pass. The pass are beating 5-6 Boks at that particular time. And I mean, if you give that kind of guy a lot of space, you are in for a long day.
Yeah, and even at the back there, Marnie just waiting for him. I would have liked Marnie to go at him. He had Damien Willems on the inside as well. So go at the guy. Don't give him time and space. Let him make a decision much earlier.
And then, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sitting here with the lineout guru. So he's going to tell South Africans what went wrong with the lineouts last week. Victor, I mean, you know all about lineouts, but on the day, if you don't get it right, it can become tough, right?
Yeah, if we look at this, if we just pause here.
Yeah.
If you look at Will Skelton here, in the middle, this guy's not a jumping option, Brayton. Yeah. So we got 3 jumping options. We've got Peter Stefter there, that's a great option. Why don't we go to like a split line out? Just go throw the ball where he's standing. You don't have to do anything special. Just use the space where he is at. Then in the next one, I thought, because they only got 2 guys in the line-out, let's go to longer line-outs. We stuck with a 4-man line-out where they do the man-watch. They did it very well here. They're actually focusing on getting him up in the air, and that put us under pressure. And then the last one, unfortunately, we know Bongi is a fantastic thrower. Just a throw that went off. And that compounded. Mistake on mistake, and once the pressure was there, we couldn't handle it. Yeah. We couldn't get that momentum back in the game.
And then finally, the last clip before we get back to you guys much is the momentum shifter. Yeah. Suhali, he was absolutely outstanding, Victor. Let me just show the viewers in terms of this man already, he's a bit tired at the moment, running with his backs to the Springboks, but the ability to work so hard and get into position.
Yeah, Brayton, there's been a lot of talk about Suhali, what a player he is. He's still a youngster, what a player. But if you can pause it here, Brayton, if you look at this, we've got 2 props inside Suhali there.
And look at the space.
We've got space at the back. But something we've heard Rassie talk about, I've heard Sasha talk about, where's the kick space? Isn't there maybe kick space as well? And if you look, I think there's just one defender outside of the screen. But if we play here,
it will. If we play,
it will find the 2 props in front of him. then we could have played the space. But for me, I would have liked to take the kick space. One kick, you're 10 points ahead. They need to play. I don't think Australia got the game to go 80 meters and score against South Africa. So put them under pressure, let them make the play. And if they give us turnovers, then our back three will come into the game.
Well, Mots and the team, that's it from the Lana Guru, Victor Medfield. South Africans hate to see that, but we had to remind them why, because the Wallabies were absolutely sensational.
Combinations, halves, tight forwards in the 4s and 5s, and definitely midfield. There's a real synergy with how they're playing. They complement. Lenny Katau can carry hard, but he's got some subtle ball playing skills, short and long. And Joseph Suoli is like a gazelle when he gets open space, but making good reads defensively too.
Some of the numbers that were coming out from that first test, so 3 turnovers versus 6 at the meters made, and this tackle percentage, that's where those standards come in, Stella.
Yeah, I think our defence was a little bit below par. Like the highlighted clip there, how tight we were, how bad the reads is. Even when there's the line break, you get it wrong. We've got this rush. You're going to get it wrong. What does a scramble look like? That's been the standout. There's always the stuff you don't see. People working off the ball, too static in the backfield. Marnie, maybe you rush up, force Jorgensen to go either way, put him under pressure to make an early decision. Damien and Willemse, you can bail him out. Toole gets a start today. I haven't seen any of him, George. How does he go?
He goes well. He's a really explosive player with a background 7s pedigree, so he's fast, he's furious, and he works really hard off the ball. He finds space, and when he gets space, he's electrifying. He's a bit smaller, but he's got a good vertical jump, a bit like that man called Cheslin Colby. So he's pretty good in the air as well at diffusing bombs. But he'll get tested today. But he's one to look out for, and you'll really like his work rate in terms of going looking for work.
Yeah, looking for work indeed. Well, if you're looking for work here on your World of Champions, then you're absolutely going to like this one at the SuperSport, the talent search that we have been doing. But first, make sure that you enter this pick and pay competition. Head over to supersport.com and you can win yourself $5,000. Make sure that you scan that QR code. But if you don't have any time, just head over to supersport.com and you could win yourself some very awesome prizes. The crowds are starting to fill in quite a bit. Looking forward to this one. There's also the Bucktown going on with Hope Mbele, who is standing by, part of the SuperSport talent search. We're looking for that MVP, that new diamond. Hope, have we found anyone so far?
See them win today.
Let's go, Boca!
Oh, I think the Springboks can bounce back for sure. Yeah, this is Cape Town. This is Cape Town, definitely. We can bounce back for sure.
It starts before dawn. The commitment, the determination, the grit. Doing it over and over and over again. Taking care of business. But when the clutch moments come, and they will, you will need a team that has your back.
For me, that team is Pollen Finance.
Lights out, and we're racing in the sprint here. Marquez with a super run, but he wins the sprint here in the Grand Prix of Austria. We're racing in MotoGP here in Austria. Mark is really now starting to hunt down Bezzecchi. Mark back in the ascendancy. 6 successive victories in 2025 for Marc Marquez.
The world's finest riders, only on SuperSport, your world of champions. Proudly brought to you by Play Soho.
Auto Trader, find your happy place.
Light the fire this game day with a winning lineup from Checkers. Like Steakhouse Classic man-size rum for 170 Rand per kilo. Fanta Sprite or Stony soft drink, any 2 for 35 Rand, save 13%. And Jameson Triple Distilled Irish Whiskey for $359.99, save 60 Rand. Light the fire, South Africa, and let Checkers do the rest.
Just over half an hour to go until this big one. The second test between South Africa and Australia here in Cape Town. Looking forward to redemption time, particularly for the home side. They need a win in this one so that they don't go back-to-back losses against the Wallabies. So many South Africans celebrating across the country. We're going to Boktown now, where Mbele is standing by to let you know how you can enter SuperSport's MVP Talent Search.
Thank you so much, Moss. We are definitely here and we're killing it. The vibes are amazing. We are at Alka Cricket Stadium, but we are not just here for the vibes, the food and the jumping castles. Nope. As you know, SuperSport is looking for a brand new talent to join the SuperSport family. And as you know, we are hitting the road. We started off here in Joburg. We went to Limpopo. We went to Durban. And on Monday, we are in PE. We will be wrapping things up in Cape Town. But look, if you are at home and you say you do think you have what it takes to be the next presenter or the commentator, then all you have to do is enter online at supersport.com/MVP talent search. The talent is here, but one thing I do want to let you guys know is that we don't only have talent, we also have games here. I want to see if I'm going to be lucky and put this in. Mots, please tell the Springboks they must play like me today, okay?
I hope I'll definitely let them know. Looking forward to this one. Remember, Gqeberha, Cape Town, it is your time to shine next week. The entries are closing on the 1st of September, so head over to supersport.com/MVP talent search. 3 diamonds, that's what we're looking for. And so far, so good. Make sure that you come out there if you have the talent. We're looking forward to it. Right now, though, let's hear from the Springbok head coach, Rassie Erasmus.
Rassie, an interesting week for the Springboks. You've made 10 changes to the side. What are the crucial ones?
We've got 2 new 10s with Sasha on the bench and Andre there. Same Grant is in there. And then the old centre pairing with Damien fully fitness, and then a guy like Cheslin, you know, would make most of our teams if we go full strength, but we didn't want to take chances with him and Damien last weekend. And then a totally reshuffle, I think, in the forward pack. Thomas being 100% available now after having his rest, and then having the 2 locks that started last week on the bench. And yeah, Marnus also with Boan, so getting another experience with the tier 1 opposition, and then a late change with Fassi in the place of Willie, with Willie having a groin injury.
A more familiar look with the bomb squad back?
Yeah, we're 6-2. I know. I think all teams are doing it now, and all teams are doing well. So yeah, it's something we'll have to counter also now. I think you know, we also did lose our effect a little bit with trying to run it from everywhere, and then your forwards struggle to get there always. So yeah, I think today with the weather especially, hopefully they come into play.
Rassie, let's talk about the weather. It's changed about 4 times already today. What are you guys expecting for the match?
Well, we expected the whole week. The weather forecast we got is like wet weather. We've changed from training here to going to there by Belleville. We trained there by the HPC, and then the captains had to be at Athlone because nobody was allowed at a pitch. So yeah, according to the weather, it should stop raining at 4, but it's not raining currently. But hell, you know, we're used to the raining weather, but even more so if it rains, it will be a little bit more, I think, of a grinding game like we both teams expect.
So confirmation of how South Africa will be lining up. Oxen chair with Malcolm Marks, Thomas du Toit, the new man in, replacing Wilco Low, who starts off the bench, and a change in the engine room with Arges Sneeman and Ruan Mokia coming in. Evan Etzebeth and Lotiaga also starting off of the bench. And then a change in the back 3, Huacha Smith coming in for Jean-Luc Dupré. Big change.
Yeah, pity for Jean-Luc. He hasn't played a test match for 6 years for the Bucks. Played against the Barbarians, got a start at number 8. That's the area where I'm a little bit worried about. Marco van Staden was outstanding until he had a head injury assessment last week. Franco Mes tries to cover what Peter Steff does. He's not quite as fluid in his movements. The wide channel won't be used as effectively. Also, I think, like, where does the physicality come from the Bok back? Arges Sneeman's there. Ruan Norke is a nice, neat player. He's not a brute like a Evan Etzebeth. So too is Franco Mostert. Huacha Smith, he's going to play his best game as a starting number 8 for a long, long time.
With Andre Esterhazen, the hybrid, on the bench. So more than enough cover on the bench, but how does that change the dynamic, do you think, of the Springboks?
It changes the dynamic a little bit in terms of the prepared. But one thing you'll say, they've used 51 players last year, the Boks, They are aware of how they can adjust their game and what players. The next person stands up, they'll fit in for the role. You mentioned the hybrid, Andre Esterhausen. He was outstanding last week playing in centre, but he covers in the back row and also covers centre. And then I think they got a really strong...
And 2023, Scala, just a year of celebration.
It's quickly forgotten how successful we've been. We all forgot. I'm standing next to George. The Boks just had a 60-point swing last weekend. So jealous of the under-20s. You know, they're doing their trophy tour at the beautiful DHL Stadium in Cape Town. We also had a trophy tour, but we were in Palm Brink Stadium in Springs in 2002. Not quite the same.
Ain't quite the same at all. For you Greeks, I mean, you watch these youngsters that are also coming up the ranks, joining their national teams, and a lot of those names filtering through into the senior side as well.
Yeah, they will be. There'll be future All Blacks, Australian players, and definitely future Springboks. As Scala was saying, we all started there. Under 21s is a huge chance to showcase your skills and get in the eye of the selectors and sporting teams, which your future is a real opportunity to play international rugby. So I'm sure we'll see a lot of these players in this Springbok jersey moving forward.
Are we seeing more young Australians getting into rugby?
Yeah, well, I think off the back of this success, and it needs to sort of back it up with another good performance, people are starting to talk about rugby in a really positive way. So that does inspire. You need to see it to believe it, and that's aspirational. And I think what this Wallaby team's doing is creating that inspiration throughout the rugby community in Australia.
Lots of talk around Australia, the rugby, how it is growing. How do they keep that momentum going into World Cup 27?
Well, it's a big thing. You know, the Rugby World Cup. I had my first Rugby World Cup there in 2003. And the interesting thing about Australia is the rest of the sports goes on. It's not like South Africa, everything will stop for 8 weeks. The Springboks is the only thing alive. Fremantle Dockers, they were doing their pre-season. So it's only until you get to the quarterfinals, you go to the biggest suburbs, you go to Melbourne, you go into Sydney, you go to Brisbane, where there's traditionally a rugby stronghold. To George's point, the eastern side of it, we really feel, okay, we're on for rugby. So but for Australia, where they've come from, you know, I think the big change in momentum, George, came last year against England at Twickenham.
That's a big win. That was a massive win. They came from behind in the last couple of minutes in extra time to snatch a victory and score over 40 points against England at Twickenham. Not many teams do that. So that showed a lot of character and showed a lot of signs for kind of where we are now, talking about them in a really positive way, which was really pleasing.
Australia are building, and so are South Africa. Quality under 20 side that hopefully will be able to give even more stars to the Springbok machine. But let's head over to Sam Ludidi, who is with double World Cup winning champion Stephen Kitsoff.
Well, Mots, I've actually left Stephen at the back of the queue, and I've chased up the under-20 captain, Riley Norton, who's doing this lap at the moment. Riley, talk me through it. I mean, it's the first time that you're really getting to experience this in the country. Tell us how it feels.
No, it's unbelievable. It can't be put into words. To be in front of a packed stadium like this, at my hometown, and a lot of the boys' hometown, it's really special for all of us. And of course, we never had a proper chance to celebrate on home soil. So to get this opportunity means a lot to us and the whole team.
And you're doing it as well, followed up by the Blitzboks and then Stephen Kitsoff at the back. Perhaps a little bit of legacy that's coming forward, because many of them who've lifted the Webb Ellis Trophy were in the same position that you were in 2012.
Yeah, no, 100%. We took a lot of motivation from that team and the Springboks and the Sevens, and I think rugby is what unites us as a country. Everyone comes together for a common goal and purpose, and it's almost the engine of our whole country. So to be surrounded by so many legends and to be 10 meters away from the Springboks, who we all look up to, is absolutely unbelievable. So we're just happy to be here, and it's a massive honor.
Going towards now all of your franchises, but there's still some camaraderie that exists within this team. Your thoughts perhaps maybe to your squad that's just come back from a completely good tournament?
Yeah, no, exactly. We're playing Currie Cup at the moment, and there's so many different guys from different unions, but when we play against each other, there's still that special bond. So it's really, really special to be united as a group again. And the awesome thing is that we're going to play against each other for years to come, and that special bond will always be there. So it's unbelievable to have the connections with these whole teams, and it's a bunch of unbelievable characters here that we're extremely lucky to have.
Congratulations on a fantastic competition. I'll let you carry on with the celebrations, because I've got to go and find somebody else who's walking around in this situation. And that is the man at the moment who's carrying the William Webb Ellis. I'm going to blindside him a little bit. Stephen, I mean, we've just had a chat now with the under-20 side and the captain as well. An incredible moment, and it's just World Championship is gleaming in our bodies.
No, 100%. I think from the sevens to the under-20s, as you said, and then current world champions as the Springboks. So the pool of talent in South Africa when it comes to any discipline in the rugby atmosphere is just amazing. So yeah, very stoked to be walking around my home ground, Cape Town. I can see the crowd is out in full gears, and it's going to be an electrifying one today. And to touch this beautiful trophy again, it's just such an unbelievable experience as well.
A little bit more about that, Stephen. It's traveled the country quite a few times, being back-to-back champions, but it always just means so much more for South Africans when they see the William Webb Ellis trophy.
No, it does, because I think it means more than just a trophy. I think from 95, when Franco Pino lifted it the first time, to Madiba's famous speech, sport truly has a way of uniting this nation, and I think this is a symbol of hope for us as a country. So it's amazing. It's amazing when the Springboks do well. It's amazing when we win the World Cup, and then it just feels like South Africa is thriving.
I'll let you carry on with the lap of honor. We're going to head back to the build-up.
Thank you.
Always a celebratory moment. Always good to see the William Webb Ellis here in South Africa. Well, celebration continues, but we're going to head over to our analysis corner. Brace and Vic, what have you picked up from the South African game? How can they improve and walk away with victory today?
Yeah, Mota, I tell you what, last week was a lot of positives, so we're not going to, bore South Africans with the negatives. You all know what happened. But Victor, we love to celebrate champions. It's great to see Riley Norton and his team at the DHL Stadium.
Yeah, it's unbelievable to see our under-20s doing so well, our sevens doing so well, being world champions, double world champions. Unbelievable. But tonight, we need to win again. We want to keep this momentum. We want to keep... This team must win it 3 times in a row.
And just quickly, Victor, your take on Kwagga coming in versus Valentini?
Yeah, I think Rob Valentini probably pretty much the same as what they've lost in Wilson. Our combination, strong ball carrier, but we know Kwagga Smith will bring a lot of tempo, you bring a lot of work rate, and on the ground, a guy like McGrath, he will go at him, he will make sure we get nice quick ball at the breakdown as well.
There is one play that stood out for me last week, and it was our offload game. We had the most offloads of all the teams, New Zealand, Wallabies, and Los Pumas. And I think at the end, that almost got us not over the line. But this play for me was absolutely a good team try. It started the lineout. We gotta obviously, get our lineouts first. And then the guys are going wide. Mani's play, unfortunately, a bit of a back pass, but Kirtley does ever so well to, get on the front foot. But no panic, and we didn't see much of this last week.
Yeah, fantastic. I mean, this width of this pass from Grant Williams, fantastic. Then this offload by Eben, and yeah, Lode Jager, there's no one better than him with that. Jesse on the drift, on the pass, fantastic to get on the outside, to create the space.
Yeah, look at the space. Last week, Victor, we tried to play the space, and we did it for 20 minutes, but unfortunately, all of this disappeared. But now, look at all the players. They are all sort of ready to give the offload, something we haven't seen from the box. And that's part of the plan for 2027 World Cup, right?
Yeah, Brady, I really enjoyed our attack. I think in that first half, the width that we attacked with, now it's just about getting the balance right. When to play this attacking game, when to use our kicking to get into the right areas, when to use our kicking also to get turnovers, to get broken field. Because that's when we're at our most danger.
A quick score, Victor.
Box by 15.
One thing is for sure, Mott, we won't offload as much today like last week.
Yeah, I think we'll see a lot more kicking from South Africa because it really put them in good stead, especially in that first half. Gentlemen, as we wrap up, the matchup you're looking forward to the most?
Well, I think the matchup has spoken so much about the breakdown and who wins that breakdown. A lot of it's got to do with the work you do on the ground beforehand. Then it's your back rowers. What decisions do they make to force a turnover? Be really interesting what you have to say about that too, Skulky.
I've got to agree. McGrath was stand up loose forward last week. Kwagga Smith comes down. It's a little similar in the way he moves. We don't have the superstar Peter Steptoe. You don't have the leadership qualities of Sia Khaleesi. A lot will be asked. Marco van Staden sort of come into his own sneakily to the back end of the season. I see them pretty evenly matched. Looking forward to what Rob Valentini can offer tonight, especially on the ball. He's such a powerful ball carrier.
Such a powerful ball carrier. Andre Pollard up against James O'Connor.
Yeah, Andre Pollard, what experience. Big match, big temperament. He knows what to do in the big moments. with his boot, steering the team, cool, calm, collected. Watched him play a lot this year with Leicester Tigers and had a lot to do with them getting to the final in that championship. James O'Connor, we've spoken a lot about what he did last week, saw the space, had the courage to throw the passes and make some critical kicks. Those two are going to steer their team around the park and make sure they're playing in the right areas.
Yeah, James, what are you looking forward to seeing from the halfbacks?
We also got a Cheslin Colby factor, which I quite like. He's sort of gone under the radar because he hasn't played a couple of games. We're going to be kicking game dominant today, but that's not saying if we do get turnovers like we did in the first 17 minutes that we're not going to play Tony Brown ball. This team will have an attacking mindset. It's hard to let that go. It's just where do you play? Play in the right areas. Be more patient. Wait for a bad exit, bad kick. Ask pressure. One thing we didn't have last week was that relentlessness, whether that was in defense or chasing reps, chasing balls, chasing bodies. I think that this group will have that this week. I don't know whether we're going to be accurate enough to put the Australia away. I've been a bit nervous about this one from the get-go. When the fixtures came out, I thought this is the tight one. I've got the Boks by less than a score.
Yeah. Your predictions and why?
Well, I've got the Wallabies creating history. I think last week was a bit of a shock to everyone. But this group, I saw Fraser McReight, he's skipper today. He was really impressed by the composure and the spirit within this group. So they know how to absorb pressure, and the way they've finished the test matches all year this year, I think holds up for a narrow victory and maybe a history-making back-to-back. Let's hope and see that I'm hopefully smiling at the end of the game.
Man, it's been 62 years since that has been done. A long, long time. But this Australian side has shown us that it can be done. They did it in Ellis Park. Can they do it back-to-back? South Africa, the last time they lost back-to-back matches was back in 2022. Rassie Erasmus and his side don't want to see that happening again. It's neatly poised. Hashtag SS Rugby. Would love to hear your thoughts as we head into what should be a cracker between South Africa and the Wallabies. Enjoy.
The ground that remembers greatness tells those upon it to rise and reclaim it. The Castle Lager Rugby Championship. 4 legendary nations rise up. This is rugby, only on SuperSport. Broadcast proudly brought to you by FNB and Pick and Pay.
Here comes that mood again. That get 'em while you can price drops mood with deals like LG 611 litre InstaView side-by-side fridge freezer with water and ice dispenser 38,999, save 23,000 rand. Or Bennett Reed 622 litre side-by-side fridge at 19,999 with free 90 litre bar fridge worth 3,000 rand. So, if you don't want to miss out on the last hurrah, then someone's in a macro mood.
What doing?
Just thinking about money stuff, Moose, especially with the baby on the way. And what if it's twins?
Okay, I love you.
I love you too, Moose and...
Goose.
Goose.
When things change, stay on top of your finances with your free credit score and report. ClearScore, best friend for your finances.
This August on SuperSport. Oh my goodness. There's a star-spangled spectacle at Flushing Meadows. What a point. Watch all the champions only on your World of Champions.
Good job.
I'm good.
I see you also styling the fancy boots now.
Right to my feet.
Right in your feet. Yeah. How long have me and you been doing this now?
15 years now.
15 years. Well, we've certainly done a few things, eh?
I believe so.
Yeah. I think we can go again. You ready? One more time.
Let's go. Yes.
Kry jouself in soveel battles as moontlik.
Zijn the moment, hey. Know your job, do your job.
Enjoy the great taste of Coca-Cola, and you could join the Springboks squad.
I won. It's DStv, the toy.
Stand a chance to win one of 24 Bok figurines and 50,000 Rand in cash when you tap with Pick and Pay ASAP. T's and C's apply.
Business Insurance are experts in business insurance for real estate agencies, law firms, computer services and more. Jacqueline.
We saved a lot of money when we switched over from another insurance company to Business Insurance. We've had some claims and they were friendly and efficient and paid out when they promised.
Switch to Business Insurance and you could get a massive 20% discount on your business insurance premium. Visit outsurance.co.za. Switch and save today.
The man in charge of this blockbuster test battle in Cape Town is James Dolman, the 34-year-old New Zealander who took up refereeing while still a student in Dunedin. He'll be assisted by Andrew Brace of Ireland and Gianluca Necci of Italy, while another New Zealander, Richard Kelly, is the TMO.
A very good afternoon to you all from the DHL Stadium in the mother city in Cape Town. It's round 2 of the Castle Lager Rugby Championship for 2025. Australia coming off an epic, historic win against South Africa at Ellis Park in round 1 last week. A game they won by 38 points to 22, having trailed by 22-0. They still trailed by 22-5 at half-time, but was simply sublime in the second half to win that one with a bonus point, 6 tries to 3. The Springboks have not suffered back-to-back losses to Australia since the 2021-2022 season. So Rassie Erasmus and his Springboks looking to bounce back in the second round of the championship before heading to New Zealand for 2 tests against the All Blacks. A change in the front row for the Wallabies. Tom Robertson in for the most capped Wallaby of all time, James Slipper, who has returned to Australia. No change in the second row, where Nick Frost and Will Skelton did an outstanding job for the visitors last week. A change at number 8, Harry Wilson, who captained the side last week, out through injury. Rob Valentini returns. Fraser McWright captains the Wallabies for the first time. 2 35-year-olds as the starting halfbacks, as they were in Johannesburg last week. Nick White and James O'Connor, and Len Ikitau and Joseph Suali'i continue to build their midfield combination. And then a change on the left wing with Dylan Peach ruled out with a broken jaw. Corey Toole, a Australian Sevens player, played in the Paris Olympics. He makes a debut on the left wing with Jorgensen and Wright at 14 and 15. 5-3 split on the bench, the loose forward cover provided by Nick Champion de Crispini, and no change with Brandon Paenga, Musa Angus Bell, Zane Nongo and Jeremy Williams providing the tight forward cover. For the Springboks, they originally made 10 changes in their starting lineup. It's now 9. Oxenchair and Malcolm Marks continue in the starting lineup with Thomas Tutoy coming in at tight head. Double change in the second row with Erge Snyman and Ruan Nokia combining as the locks. Marco van Staden continues at 6. Franco Mostert on the blind side flank in place of Pieter-Steph du Toit. And Jean-Luc Dupré, originally named in the number 8 jersey, he is a late withdrawal, so Kwagga Smith comes up off the bench to start at number 8. Andre Pollard returns to the starting lineup in combination with last week's starting scrum half, Grant Williams. And the old firm, the most capped centre pairing in Springbok history, Damian Derlendi and Jesse Creel, who'll captain the side for the second time this afternoon. At the back, Billy Leroux, originally named for this test match in the number 15 jersey. He was also a withdrawal during the week, so Apalele Fassi gets a second consecutive week at number 15, with Cheslin Colby returning to the left wing and Kanan Moody starting on the right. On the bench, a second test cap looms for Marnus van der Merwe, the replacement hooker, Boan Venter and Wilco Lowe, the replacement props, and that is a proper-looking bomb squad with Eben Etzebeth and Loet Diaga there. Andre Esterhuizen drafted onto the bench with the withdrawal of Jean-Luc Dupré. He will cover some of the back division, but as we have seen earlier in the season, also a position in South Africa's back row. So Fraser McWright, man of the match in Johannesburg last week, led the tackle stats with 21, and also outstanding at the breakdown, winning a number of turnovers for his side. If ever you wanted a man to lead from the front and lead by example, it is Fraser McWright, who becomes Australia's 91st Test captain here this afternoon, and about to lead his side out onto the DHL Stadium in Cape Town. The first time that the Wallabies have played at this stadium. The last time they played in Cape Town was back in 2014, where the Springboks were victorious by 28 points to 10. Last week at Ellis Park, the Wallabies gained their first victory on South African soil since Durban 2011, and their first at Ellis Park since 1963. Today, they seek another piece of history. They're looking to go back-to-back in South Africa for the first time since that 1963 tour, where they won in Johannesburg and Cape Town. And the Nelson Mandela Challenge plate, contested between these two nations, is on the line today. The Springboks hold it with their 2 victories in Australia last year. But Fraser McWright and his Wallaby team 1 up out of 2 so far. If they draw or win this afternoon, they will reclaim the plate. If the Springboks win, they will retain the plate that they won in South Africa last year, in Australia last year. The legendary Impi song, Johnny Clegg and Juluka, as we've come to expect, heralds the arrival of the Springboks. Jesse Creel, who captained his country for the first time against Italy in the first of 2 tests in July, that played at Loftus Versfeld in Pretoria. He made his debut against Australia back in 2015 before going on to play at the Rugby World Cup in England that year. And now at the age of 31, Jesse Creel will lead out the Springboks for the second time in his 82nd Test match and his 38th start in combination with Damian Delendi in the South African midfield. Jesse Creel in combination with Andre Esterhuizen at Ellis Park last week. The latter, as we mentioned when the team sheets were up, a late inclusion on the bench with that man, Kwagga Smith, who played 6 out of 6 in the Rugby Championship in 2024, but all of them off the bench, now starting in the number 8 position. It is time for the national anthems in Cape Town.
Gentlemen, if you are willing and able, please stand for the singing of the national anthem of Australia, which will be sung by Jimmy Nevers.
Oh, Australians, oh, let us rejoice, for we are one and free. We've golden soil and wealth for toil. Our home is good by sea. Our land is page, let every stage advance Australia fair.
Please remain standing for the singing of the South African national anthem, which will be sung by you and Talita Leiters.
Wonderful scenes at the DHL Stadium in Cape Town. We're almost set to go, and alongside me in commentary this afternoon, former Springbok hooker Hanyani Shimangi.
Good afternoon, Matthew. As we look there, important day for RK Snyman. The Viking needs to be the enforcer. Man of the moment last week, but a Wallaby team that's got confidence. They've got belief. The Iceman back in the mix. Australia want to prove that they didn't spend all week traveling around the wine farms, having the pinotages, but they're here to win this test and make history. As we look at James Dolman, the ref for today, Valentini, a big performance needed from him. He's the one that's going to drive the toughness for the Wallabies. I can't wait. The gloves are laced up. It's time to go to battle.
Well, Valentini in for Wallaby captain Harry Wilson. So influential in the second test against the British and Irish Lions. That test, you could argue, swung back in favour of the Lions when Rob Valentini and Will Skelton left the field. So big things expected of the Wallaby back row this evening. And Andre Pollard gets the 97th test match between South Africa and Australia underway.
And last feet, use the ball.
The 50th of those matches to be played in South Africa. Early hoist off the base from Nick